All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalema Aneja Dang, and with me is VC Pramod. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Biplobi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata today on the occasion of Shaheed Divas. Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan to observe Shaheed Divas in all the 623 districts across the country as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav. Union Cabinet approves merger of 3 municipal corporations of Delhi into one. Senior BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami to be sworn in as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand this afternoon. Union Home Ministry seeks report from West Bengal government over Birbhum violence that claimed 10 lives. Haryana Assembly passes anti-conversion bill. Government attaches assets worth over 19,100 crore rupees of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his UK counterpart Boris Johnson discuss Ukraine situation over phone, reiterate India's consistent appeal for cessation of hostilities and return to dialogue and diplomacy. And Indian para-athlete Dharamveer sets new Asian record in men's club throw event and wins silver medal at Faza International Para-Athletics Championship in Dubai. Well, as we start the bulletin, we appeal to our listeners to stay safe from COVID-19 by following these 4 simple steps. Get fully vaccinated, wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene.
As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Janotsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news since the 16th of August last year and will continue till the 15th of August this year. India Post has joined hands as the logistics partner with All India Radio News for the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. Recalling our yesterday's question, In Search of Freedom is the autobiography of which revolutionary? He was part of the Hindustan Republican Association and Revolutionary Socialist Party. The correct answer is Jogesh Chatterjee. AIR News got an overwhelming response from its listeners across the world, and the one lucky winner of the quiz is Falguni Jagtap from Susner, Malwa district in Madhya Pradesh.
I want to say thanks to AIR News to give me this opportunity. I am very glad to participate in Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav quiz. I listen AIR News since past 2 years. I am from the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh, the land of freedom fighters. My aim is to serve my society and my country by empowering women. I am again thankful to AIR News to organize such a glorious and inspirational and knowledgeable program, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
The next question of Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with listeners on Monday, the 28th of March. Celebrate 75 years of India's independence by participating in the Amrit Mahotsav quiz with AIR News.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Biplobi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall, Kolkata today on the occasion of Shaheed Divas at 6 p.m. through video conferencing. The gallery displays the contribution of the revolutionaries in the freedom struggle and their armed resistance to British colonial rule. The purpose of this new gallery is to provide a holistic view of the events that led up to 1947 and highlight the important role played by the revolutionaries. Mr. Modi will also address the gathering during the event. Biplobi Bharat Gallery depicts the political and intellectual backdrop that triggered the revolutionary movement. It showcases the birth of the revolutionary movement, formation of significant associations by revolutionary leaders, spread of the movement, formation of Indian National Army, and contribution of naval mutiny, among others. Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan will observe Shaheed Divas in all 623 districts across the country today as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. On the 23rd of March 1931, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were hanged to death, in fond remembrance of the sacrifices made by the brave young revolutionaries in He has said that the day is being organized by Nehru Yuva Kendra by focusing on the theme Tribute to Revolutionaries. The programs aim at instilling a sense of gratitude, pride, honor and duty among the young generation by celebrating the life, works and philosophy of freedom fighters. The ministry said their stories will inspire the youth to create spirit of patriotism, nationalism and motivate them further in engaging in national building activities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to the brave sons of Mother India, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru on the occasion of Shaheed Divas. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said their passion to sacrifice their lives for the motherland will always inspire countrymen.
Union Cabinet has approved a bill for the unification of Delhi's 3 municipal corporations into one municipal corporation. Sources said that the bill is expected to be tabled in the ongoing budget session of Parliament. After unification of 3 corporations, Delhi will have one mayor in place of the existing 3 mayors. The erstwhile Delhi Municipal Corporation was trifurcated into 3 municipal corporations: South Delhi Municipal Corporation (SDMC), North Delhi Municipal Corporation (NDMC), and East Delhi Municipal Corporation (EDMC) in the year 2012. Pushkar Singh Dhami will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand today. The swearing-in ceremony, where the Chief Minister and his cabinet colleagues will take oath, will be held at 2:30 p.m. at the parade ground in Dehradun. 11 ministers are likely to be sworn in along with Mr. Dhami. Mr. Dhami said,
हमने जो भी संकल्प लिए हैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में लगातार उत्तराखंड राज्य के लिए बहुत सारे क्षेत्रों में काम हुआ है, उन सभी को हमने धरातल पर उतारना है और चुनाव से पहले जो भी हमने संकल्प किया है, हमारी पार्टी ने संकल्प किया है, हम उन सभी संकल्पों को धरातल पर ले जाएंगे, एक पारदर्शी शासन चलाएंगे, जन जन के द्वार तक पहुंचने वाली हमारी सरकार होगी, जन समस्याओं को त्वरित रूप से समाधान करने वाली सरकार होगी, एक अच्छी सरकार देंगे जो उत्तराखंड राज्य को हिंदुस्तान का श्रेष्ठ राज्य बनाने के लिए काम करेगी.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has lauded efforts to draw more investment in Jammu and Kashmir. In response to a thread of tweets by its Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, the Prime Minister tweeted that exemplary efforts were made to draw more investment into the Union territory and ensure greater opportunities for the people. Government has said that assets worth over 19,100 crore rupees relating to fugitive businessmen Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi have been attached so far. In a written reply to Rajya Sabha, Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary said that out of the total assets attached, assets worth over 15,113 crore rupees have been restituted to the public sector banks. He said, in addition to this, assets worth over 335 crore have been confiscated to the Government of India. The minister said the 3 fugitives have defrauded public sector banks by siphoning off funds through their companies, resulting in total loss of over 22,585 crore rupees to the lenders.
Union Home Ministry has sought a detailed report from West Bengal government over Birbhum violence which claimed lives of 10 persons after their houses were set on fire. The move came after a 9-member delegation of BJP MPs from West Bengal met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi and sought his intervention and action against the perpetrators of the crime. BJP has demanded from the West Bengal government a strict action against the accused involved in violence that claimed 10 lives at Rampur Haat of Birbhum district in the state. The party has also demanded relief to victims and to strengthen law and order situation in the area. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi yesterday, party spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia said several houses were set on fire and people were brutally murdered.
ये जो हत्याएं हो रही हैं, घर जलाए जा रहे हैं, जो निर्दोष लोगों की हत्या की जा रही है, तो ममता बनर्जी जो मुख्यमंत्री हैं पश्चिम बंगाल की, उनसे ये सवाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूछती है, अपने विपक्ष की जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन करके कानून व्यवस्था की जिम्मेदारी ममता जी किसकी है? क्या पश्चिम बंगाल में इंसान की जान की कोई कीमत नहीं है? ऐसा क्यों होता है कि वहां पे बम फेंकना इंसानों पे आम बात हो गई है, जैसे कोई खिलौना हो? दुखद ये है कि जो लोग ये कृत्य करते हैं उनको सजा मिलना तो दूर की बात है, एक संदेश दिया जाता है आम जनता को कि ये टीएमसी के ही हैं, इनसे डर के रहना।
In this regard, BJP President JP Nadda has nominated a 5-member fact-finding committee to visit the affected site to collect all the evidences. The committee comprises 2 Rajya Sabha MPs, Brajlal and K.C. Ramamurthy, and 2 Lok Sabha MPs, Satyapal Singh and Shukhanta Majumdar. Party National Spokesperson Bharati Ghosh will also be a part of the committee. Defence Acquisition Council DAC under the chairmanship of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has cleared the procurement of 14 items worth over 380 crore rupees from the Innovations for Defence Excellence IDEX startups or MSMEs. These items will be procured by the Indian Army, the Navy and the Air Force. The DAC also approved the new simplified procedure for procurement from the IDEX startups and MSMEs. This would fast-track the procurement from the startups or MSMEs. The Council has also accorded acceptance of necessity for capital acquisition proposals of armed forces amounting to 8,357 crore rupees.
Haryana Assembly has passed the Anti-Conversion Bill. The Haryana Anti-Conversion Bill, which was introduced in the State Assembly on March the 4th, was taken up for passage yesterday. The Haryana Prevention of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Bill 2022 mandates a provision for imprisonment of up to 5 years and a fine of 1 lakh rupees or more for forceful religious conversion. According to the Haryana Anti-Conversion Bill, an individual who converts or attempts to convert a minor, a woman or a person belonging to the scheduled castes or scheduled tribes shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 4 years, which may extend to 10 years, and liable to a fine not less than 3 lakh rupees. The budget session of Delhi Assembly will begin today with the address of Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal. It will continue till the 29th of this month. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who also holds finance portfolio, will present the budget during the 7-day session.
India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 181 crore 85 lakh mark. Health Ministry said more than 27 lakh 30,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Mansukh Mandavia has said that India's COVID management is a story of leadership, innovation, dedication, partnership, sharing and leveraging technology. Addressing an event, Aksha Lessons from India in New Delhi, Mr. Mandavia said, India presented an exemplary model of COVID management with centre and states working in unison in a federal democracy. He said public movement and public participation are key pillars of India's COVID management strategy.
एक होलिस्टिक मैनेजमेंट कैसे हो सकता है, उसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल इंडिया है. यहाँ पर डे करोड़ों लोग ऐसे हैं जो दिन का कमाते हैं और दिन का उसका जीवन निर्वाह पर डे होता है. दिन की कमाई दिन का खाना होता है. दोस्तों, इतना बड़ी क्राइसिस में 1.5 महीने तक लॉकडाउन रहा, देश में कभी किसी को भूखे सोने का नौबत नहीं आई.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Biplobi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata today on the occasion of Shaheed Divas. Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan to observe Shaheed Divas in all 623 districts across the country as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav. Union Cabinet approves merger of 3 municipal corporations of Delhi into one. Senior BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami to be sworn in as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand this afternoon. Union Home Ministry seeks report from West Bengal government over Birbhum violence that claimed 10 lives. Haryana Assembly passes Anti-Conversion Bill. Government attaches assets worth over 19,100 crore rupees of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his UK counterpart Boris Johnson discuss Ukraine situation over phone, reiterates India's consistent appeal for cessation of hostilities and return to dialogue and diplomacy. And Indian para-athlete Dharamveer sets new Asian record in men's club throw event and wins silver medal at the Faza International Para-Athletics Championships in Dubai. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग हेतु संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Showcase your talent and win exciting cash prizes and merchandise. Participate now in the Election Commission of India's National Voter Awareness Contest. Log on to voterawarenesscontest.in to participate in the poster, song, video, slogan and quiz contest. Send your entries to voter-contest@eci.gov.in before 31st March.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke on phone with his British counterpart Boris Johnson yesterday. During the conversation, the two leaders had a detailed discussion on the situation in Ukraine. Prime Minister Modi reiterated India's consistent appeal for cessation of hostilities and a return to the path of dialogue and diplomacy. Mr. Modi emphasized India's belief in respect for international law and the territorial integrity and sovereignty of all states as the basis of the contemporary world order. The two leaders also discussed issues of bilateral interests and agreed on the potential of further deepening cooperation in various areas including trade, technology, investments, defense and security and people-to-people relations. Prime Minister Modi expressed his satisfaction at the positive momentum in the ongoing negotiations on the bilateral free trade agreement. And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News.
Divas and remembering the sacrifices of the great heroes of the freedom struggle, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar and Shivaram Hari Rajguru, who were martyred on the 23rd of March 1931. The young freedom fighters who believed in the ideology of making some noise to wake up the slumbering British rulers were hanged by the colonial rulers in Lahore jail.
Affected by the death of Lala Lajpat Rai, who was mortally wounded while leading a non-violent protest against the Simon Commission when it visited Lahore on October 30th, 1928. They decided to strike back at the British. In 1928, they planned to kill British Police Superintendent James Scott, who was responsible for the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. However, another British police officer, J.P. Saunders, was killed due to mistaken identity.
After the incident, the group went underground for a few months. However, in April 1929, Bhagat Singh resurfaced along with another associate, Batukeshwar Dutt, and they threw a bomb inside the Central Legislative Assembly in Delhi to make the deaf British government hear them. The duo allowed themselves to be arrested while shouting the famous slogan, Inqalab Zindabad.
Bhagat Singh's time in the prison was spent protesting, seeking better living conditions for inmates. During this time, he gained the sympathy of the public for the 114 days hunger strike. Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru were convicted. The legendary freedom fighters were in their early 20s only when they were hanged in the Lahore jail after being sentenced to death by the British colonial rulers.
We freedom fighters remain immortal in the heart of every Indian. All India Radio salutes the great martyrs.
जागो जवानो देश पुकारे खून में आण्यो रवानी मुल्क मता जह जान दिनी सा याद कयो कुर्बानी हेमू कालानी.
We also remember freedom fighter Hemu Kalani, who was born on the 23rd of March 1923 in Sakar, now in Pakistan.
As a child and young man, Hemu campaigned with his friends for boycott of foreign goods and tried to persuade people to use Swadeshi goods. He was also drawn to revolutionary activities. Hemu was the leader of Swaraj Sena, a student organization affiliated with All India Students' Federation.
Hemu participated in the Quit India movement in 1942. He got the information that the British administration was sending special troops with European battalions to Sindh to suppress the movement. He decided to derail the train by which the troops and supplies were coming by removing the fish plates from the railway track.
However, Hemu and his associates were seen by the British troops before being able to complete the sabotage. Hemu was caught, imprisoned and tortured. Hemu refused to divulge any information and was put on trial and sentenced to death.
On the 21st of January 1943, Hemu Kalani appeared extremely overjoyed and walked to the gallows with a copy of the Bhagavad Gita in his hands. We salute the great freedom fighter.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
In the Rajya Sabha, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will today reply to the discussion on Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Bill 2022 and the Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation No. 2 Bill 2022. The Jammu and Kashmir Appropriation Bill seeks to authorize payment and appropriation of certain further sums from and out of the Consolidated Fund of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir for the services of the financial year 2021-22. The other bill seeks to authorize payment and appropriation of certain sums from and out of the Consolidated Fund of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir for the services of the financial year 2022-23. Besides, further discussion on the working of the Ministry of Railways is also listed in today's business of the House. In the Lok Sabha, further discussion on the demands for grants under the control of the Ministry of Civil Aviation for 2022-23 and discussion and voting on the demands for grants under the control of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for 2022-23 are listed in today's business of the House.
Indian para-athlete Dharamveer has set a new Asian record in the men's club throw F32 51 event, winning a silver in the ongoing 13th Faza International Para-Athletics Championships in Dubai. Overall, India took 3 medals on the opening day, with Devendra Singh also clinching a silver in the F44 men's discus throw event, while Jyoti Behera claimed a bronze in 400 meters women's final T37, 38, 47 final. In men's club throw final F32-51, Dharamveer threw the club to a distance of 31.09 meters in his second attempt to finish second behind Algeria's Walid Farha, who stayed ahead right from the first throw and saved his best for the last heave of 37.42 meters. With the effort, Dharamveer also set a new Asian record. The championships kicked off at the World Para-Athletics Grand Prix season with around 500 para-athletes from 43 nations in action in Dubai.
In Swiss Open Badminton, Indian pair of B. Sumit Reddy and Ashwini Ponnappa beat Denmark's Mads Vestergaard and Natasja P. Antonisen to advance to the second round of the mixed doubles qualifiers at Basel yesterday. The Indian mixed doubles pair won 18-21, 21-16, 21-17 in a qualification first round match. Most of the top Indian players, including PV Sindhu, Saina Nehwal and K. Srikanth, will start their campaign today.
Foreign Minister of Oman, Syed Badr Hamad Hamoud Al Busaidi, will pay a 2-day official visit to India from today at the invitation of External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Both ministers will meet this evening and undertake a comprehensive review of the progress made in the bilateral strategic partnership between the two countries.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital, Delhi, is likely to have mainly clear sky. The temperature will vary between 22 and 36 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 33 degrees. Chennai is likely to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. The temperature will vary between 27 and 38 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius and a maximum should be around 36. Srinagar will have partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperatures will hover between 8 and 18 degrees Celsius. Jammu will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius, but the maximum should be around 34.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Delhi to Amritsar by road in 4 hours. No double toll tax on highways within 60 kilometers. Gadkari, says the Tribune headline, hoping that this would happen by the year end according to the Transport Minister. Traffic on Delhi-Jaipur National Highway 48 may be disrupted today due to a march for demand for Ahi regiment in the Indian Army, says the Statesman. With the Russia-Ukraine crisis, India finds Sudan and Thailand as new buyers of Indian wheat, says the Business Line, as we export to the world's top 10 importers. And finally, the 3-day 110th Bihar Divas celebrations began at Gandhi Maidan, Patna yesterday, says the Hindu, as Bihar was carved out of Bengal on 22nd March 1912. The theme is Jal Jeevan Haryali.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Biplobi Bharat Gallery at Victoria Memorial Hall in Kolkata today on the occasion of Shaheed Divas. Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan to observe Shaheed Divas in all the 623 districts across the country as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav. Union Cabinet approves merger of 3 municipal corporations of Delhi into one. Senior BJP leader Pushkar Singh Dhami to be sworn in as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand this afternoon. Union Home Ministry seeks report from West Bengal government over Birbhum violence that claimed 10 lives. Haryana Assembly passes anti-conversion bill. Government attaches assets worth over 19,100 crore rupees of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his UK counterpart Boris Johnson discuss Ukraine situation over phone. And Indian para-athlete Dharamveer sets new Asian record in men's club throw event and wins silver medal at Faza International Para-Athletics Championships in Dubai. Well, for details of these stories and more, you may log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in or News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.